When you look into Discover Student Loans, what you see might surprise you. We can help cover your college costs, don't charge you fees, and give you cash rewards for good grades. Ready to apply? Visit discoverstudentloans.com. Limitations apply.
At Progressive, we know there's nothing like the feeling of riding a motorcycle with your crew on the open road. It's a primal, wild freedom, a feeling that would be impossible to recreate on the radio. Until now. Hit it, sound effects guy! No. We really lost our stride at the end there. Get 24/7 roadside assistance with Progressive, America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Roadside assistance subject to policy terms and limits and may require comprehensive coverage.
Coming to you live from the It's Funny studios, I'm Doug.
I'm Greg.
And this is Mike.
And this is the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast. Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Here we are, the end of August.
We made it to the end of August.
We did make it to the end.
We passed
Barely.
the pre-August. Now we're at the end. We're pre-September now.
We are pre-September. Almost post-August.
Yes, almost.
All right. How's everybody doing? Good?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, I'm going to give a quick rundown, and then we will jump right in. I think Mike and Greg have something at the top of the show. Then we're going to talk about, we're product heavy, talking about a lot of products. We have a product to help for car trips, traveling. I'm going to be doing a little traveling, so I might be interested in this. It's for the man and the woman. It's for the woman, but it helps the man maybe. Well, we'll get into
That's good. You're taking care of both.
Yeah, and then my wife found a product she forwarded to me. It's kind of funny, and we got. I saw a commercial for a Ron Popeil item.
Ronco.
Rest in peace. But it was, I think, the set it and forget it, and that took me down a rabbit hole. Kind of the as seen on TV products that were. It was kind of like the pop-up ads of its day that you see now. We've been scrolling through Facebook. It's like, hey, how would you like this mug or whatever? Like,
right.
Oh, yeah, I need one of those. Mm-hmm. But it's that. And it got me into Whamco and Ronco. And so I thought we just hit on a few of those products. And the last thing is kind of a delicate subject. So we will, we're going to make it as I'm going to clean it up. It's an article from the New York Post, but it talks about what's the lengths some women go to for fashion. And it is, I personally think it's insane. I don't know. You guys maybe are fine with it. We'll get into that, but that'll be the last thing on the show. That will definitely end the show. That one right there. So, all right.
Well, it may be over before that.
Well, this is very true. Let's just jump right in. So I think you got
all
something
right.
on
Yeah. Okay. I've got my gripe of the week, and I'm going to my usual punching bag, McDonald's.
Oh.
I went to McDonald's, as I do.
I like how all the stories start the same.
Well, and I go through the drive-through, and there's like 4 cars in front of me, and it's taking forever.
That's already not a good sign.
Yeah, it's already slow, and I'm like, oh, geez, because you can only see around the corner. This was at East Peoria. You couldn't see the front window, and I thought, oh man, this is bad. This line's long. It's slow. There's like 4 cars in front of me that I could see, and I order, and we kind of go around the corner, and the 3 and 4 car ahead paid and went on ahead, got their food and left. And the next car stops in front of me, and it's like 3-4 minutes. This is at the pay window. How long can it take to pay? What was the holdup?
Was it the McDonald's or was it the person in the car?
Well, I don't
know.
know.
Okay.
It's McDonald's. It's McDonald's also. Well, and the
They probably
girl
wanted specific change. They tried to round their change.
They probably gave them 403 and it just threw a wrench in the whole cog. It's like, what?
Yeah, and I gotta say, this girl that takes the order, she's not a speed demon. She's not fast.
Okay.
But it's just like, this is taking forever. I mean, when the food line is going through 3 times faster than the pay person,
that is not
that's
a,
a bad thing.
That is a bad thing.
It's like you go up, it's like $3.32. Here's $4. Get the change back. Unless, like you said, like I do, and give them the extra change, and it blows their minds.
$3.98. Here's $4.03. What?
What to do? I don't know what to do.
The amount I gave you doesn't have a 4 or a 0 or a 3 in it. I don't know why you gave me that.
She'll just throw $1 back at me.
Like, here, take this.
So I know it's along the same lines of, the change thing, but as I was sitting there, I'm like, how can the paying portion be slower than the food portion?
I mean, it's McDonald's.
It shouldn't be.
They find a way. So I don't know.
I mean,
You can't have the same issue every time. They have to keep it fresh.
That's right. You don't want just your food being screwed up all the time.
You got to mix up, the gripe every once in a
fourth
while.
time, we're going to mess up your change.
yeah, they were pumping the screwed up food orders out quickly today or that day.
Well, that's good.
So, they were getting them through quickly. They need another drive-through for the people who get bad orders so they can just pull on around the building.
Well, that'd be just like everybody. You're just never leaving. It's just a perpetual loop. It's like a NASCAR race at the McDonald's drive-through. You're only making left turns.
You pull around the next window. Yeah, I didn't get my Big Mac. Oh, here you go.
Yeah.
Then you got to go back around. Oh, now you're in the drive-through lane again.
Yeah, it's a NASCAR race at that point.
It is.
So, anyways, I don't know. I just couldn't understand it was like we're talking drastically slower than the food one this time. So,
Yeah, that is never a good sign.
yeah. That's all I got.
It?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I got something this week too, actually. So we got hit with a bad storm here lately. Hailstorm, thunderstorm, lots of rain.
That's HAIL.
Storm.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You said it's bad. Like, I didn't know if you were
Well,
using an expletive deleted.
oh,
Well, that kind of storm. It was a hail storm.
hailstorm. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I'm clearing it up for anybody
Oh,
that
good.
might have any confusion.
Well, it kind of felt like I don't know, maybe a little taste of the other one, but it was pretty. It was pretty crazy. Doug and I got a hit.
Yeah,
To kinda give
we
you-
made it bypass Morton.
But you could see it.
We could see
Right,
it.
yeah, that's-
I could see it bearing down on your city.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. So there for like a half hour almost, we got hail like kind of the size of our palms.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
There was some large hail.
it was pretty nasty.
I think they had 60-mile-an-hour sustained winds
Yep.
for 10 or 15 minutes.
I think there was about 7 inches of water that fell within that very short
It
amount
was
of time.
it was a lot of water.
So yeah, we got hit
flooding.
pretty hard, and that was on a Saturday. Well,
Dogs
it-
and cats are sleeping together.
Mass hysteria.
It's an old Ghostbusters
It is
line.
Ghostbusters.
It didn't take long after that, though, for the hail chasers to come into town. And, man, do they make their presence known.
Are there hail watchers like there are tornado watchers that go
Maybe.
out? They're not watching for tornadoes. They're watching for hail.
Probably. Well, the thing
They
is...
don't care about the tornado.
No. That's a tornado.
Yeah.
But is there hail?
Well, they just want to do the roof. They don't want to do the whole thing. So.
Very true.
So it did not take long at all. It's like after a while you see all these trucks that come into town. It's like an army of roofing trucks of people that come. It's like an invasion
Yeah.
into the town. It's like they're everywhere. I mean, you see them up on the roofs as you're out and about. There's so many companies I had never heard of just around town.
Yeah.
They follow that stuff. They come in.
Well, yeah, because if you need a roof any other time of the year, that'll be a month and a half. Well,
Yep.
Well, and then there's people. So I work. Well, I know that solicitation is illegal in the city, so you can't actually knock or ring on the doorbell to go up to the front door to sell your product. The best you can do is like leave a flyer or a hanger, whatever, on the handle. Right. So that's the best you can do in our city. But people are going door to door, soliciting like you're not supposed to. People are coming in from out of state. From Iowa.
yeah, how'd they
These
get there that
companies.
quick?
I'm
what
telling
they
you,
do.
man, they chase it. They really do. They chase it. And all of the signs, you'd almost think it was an election season. But no, it's just roofing signs. Come get your siding and roofing fixed. It's crazy.
I'm going to get some stuff to sell the hail chasers so that when they get there, I can, no, I don't want that, but do you want to buy it?
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
It is. And yeah, they were there, Johnny, on the spot. The next day they were,
It did not take long.
well, Monday, I think, because the next
Yeah.
day was Sunday. But yeah, Monday they were there.
Then when they put your roof on improperly, you'll never find them again.
No,
either.
that's right. Well, because they've gone out of town. They're from some other state completely. They've
Yeah.
changed their company name 3 times
Yeah.
since then. So yeah,
Well, I had a roof
bad.
put on about 5 years ago from a local company.
I did too. Mine wasn't local.
And it said lifetime warranty. Great.
Whose life?
I don't know. Of the roof, I guess. But
Bob
last
sold
year they
it
went
to
out
you.
of business. So that,
Yep.
that company went out of business. And they
Yep.
were a local company, and
Yeah.
they're gone. Great.
Mine wasn't local, and I haven't seen the hide nor hair of them since then.
I don't
But,
think it matters.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot.
Yeah. Matter of fact, a lot of times I think the same crew works for about 8 different companies. It's like
That's very possible.
whoever,
Probably.
whoever
Yeah.
gives them the job, they'll go out and do.
Yeah.
You know,
Anyway, that's all. I think there's more people out there chasing the storm than than the actual damage, left.
yeah,
So I don't know. It's just wild.
yeah, it is. It's crazy how fast.
I think literally the population of our city doubled from all the roofing people.
It was quite the influx.
Yeah.
Did they come to your neighborhood or?
They were out there, yeah.
Yeah.
They called my wife. They got her phone number and called my wife.
That's
How'd they get your phone number?
I don't know.
That's a good point. Doug brought that. I'm glad you reminded me. I got 5 calls yesterday. Just
About
yesterday.
hail damage.
Yeah.
How did they get your phone? These are mobile phones. How
Yeah,
did they
I
get?
don't know.
I mean, I
Couldn't tell
know
you.
we get spam type, but how do they get specific ones knowing you live there and you got damage
Yeah,
or
one of them
not
was-
damage or whatever?
I didn't answer every one of them, but the ones that got through the spam filter, I answered because I don't know. I don't know what it is. They're local numbers, so I picked it up, and one of them I couldn't even understand. He had such an accent. I just hung up. I heard roof, and I was like, oh,
Hail.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, it's crazy. The vultures, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
All right. Was that it?
Yeah, that's all.
All right. Well, let's talk about road trips or driving in general. It doesn't have to be a road trip.
I like road trips.
I do
I
too.
do too.
I enjoy a good road trip. In fact, my wife and I will be going on some vacation. We're going to be driving. And that's kind of what prompted this. I saw this old advertisement, and I thought it was humorous. But I'll get to that in a minute. Before I get to that, I do want to bring up a few things, and I think you said you had something too. So, everybody probably has their little idiosyncrasies that they have while they're driving. I've got mine. Like one thing, and it'll drive my wife nuts. Like I can't stand to have a car in front of me, especially directly in front of me. Within 3 cars, like I hate it. I want to be out in front. I don't want somebody in front of me, and mostly because I don't want to have to keep. Usually, they don't just set their cruise, set it and forget it. They're up and down. They're up. They're doing 75. Next thing you know, they're doing 62. So I'll get over to pass. Well, then no, we're going to speed back. It's like just pick a speed. Pick a speed. I can't stand that.
Well, yeah, I find it's funny. I was thinking about that the other day. I find if I'm in a hurry, the slowest car is going to be in front of me. But if I'm trying to do just a Sunday afternoon drive or something, then I got somebody on my rear bumper. It's
Yep.
like I can never get the happy medium where we're just all going the same speed.
And if I'm doing a Sunday afternoon drive and somebody's behind me, I'll just pull over and let them go around me, and then I'll just get back on the road.
Flip them off.
No, it's Sunday afternoon, Greg.
Oh, if it's Monday.
Hey, then all bets are off then.
Yeah. That space you're talking about, I call that my pocket. I like to
pocket.
get in the pocket. So Lori always jokes about me having
Well,
the
I wouldn't want to
the
be
pocket.
in Greg's pocket. So
No, stay out of my pocket.
I can understand how having somebody in your pocket would make you very upset. I would
Yes.
be mad if somebody was in my pocket. But that, and then I think we've talked about this before too, but if we pull up to a stoplight and the right or left lane is ending, I always get over to the lane that's not ending. And somebody pulls up there, I'm not letting them in front of me. And my wife's like, what is it, Matt? No. They know. They can see the sign same as I can. This lane is ending. Like, they had their shot. Especially if there's nobody behind me. So I'm like, okay. It's
Oh,
on.
I'll let them in front of me, but they better be gunning it to get there.
Yeah, now if they get over there and they hit the accelerator and they're gone, it's like, okay. Fine.
Yeah. That's what I want you
But
to
if
do.
they're just like, a lot of times they'll ride the same right neck and neck with you and they want to just crowd over. I'm like, no, you
Yep.
can put your brakes on and fall in right behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't see the road construction signs 20 miles back, warning you about it.
And they'll say, well, it's the zipper method. Yeah, then zip your butt in right behind me.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to go.
Yeah. I'm the top of the zipper.
That's exactly right.
No one wants to be the bottom of the zipper.
No.
No one.
No one does. And then we'll be driving.
I'm more of a zip strip kind of guy, like the sandwich bags. Let's just all go in the line.
Yeah.
You get in way back there where there's no bag.
Or more like how you used to load the BB gun. All the BBs just went in a straight
Yes.
tube all the way in. Boom.
Yeah,
And we're
back
all lined
here
up.
there was a clump, and then it would straighten out.
That's right. Way down the line.
Because I've been in the clump too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get over in that left lane unless I think I can take the guy.
Yeah.
And only if I'm the first car. I'm not going to be the second car in that lane that's ending. Because that guy for sure, I will run you into this cement embankment there. I'm going to no.
If
Both
the
times.
other cars have any horsepower at
I'm going to prove
all,
a point.
yeah, if the other cars have any horsepower at all, I'm probably not beating them. But I don't have anything right now that has the.
No, I don't.
I guess our Taurus is a good chance, but my work Jeep.
Oh, my work truck, I don't even try. My Buick has a chance. Depends on the car.
Yeah.
It's a turbo, so it's got a little bit, not super fast, but it's got a little kick to it, so I can get on it a little bit. But another thing I've noticed, not gotten onto my wife about it, but I've talked to my wife about it. We'll be driving somewhere, just out, and I've told her, I said, you make the same noise if a plastic bag blows out in front of the car or a cement truck is about to smash into us and kill us. Like,
Can I guess the noise? Oh,
it's
yeah.
a deep,
That's Lori's.
It's a
Courtney
real
does it
deep.
too.
It's like or like or watch out or whatever. I'm not like what? Like it was just a branch on the road. I was like not even a big
shadow.
branch.
It was a shadow.
Like,
It was like-
you can't do that. You can't make that same noise. You have to distinguish. I'm listening for differences in the noises. You know. You have the semi truck or whatever coming out. It's like, oh my gosh, that's the noise. That can't be the same noise for, oh my gosh, look out for that bag. Like, no. He's like, oh, did you see that bag? Yeah, I got it. I'm over or whatever. You know, you got to distinguish that because I can't tell what you're talking about from just the sound of it.
Nope, and poor Courtney, she gets that from her mom.
Yeah.
So, and
I know
something
that
else
one. I
you're
know
going
where
to
that one
talk
came
about,
from.
she gets from me.
So did you have something?
Yeah, I was going to say what Greg was alluding to there. My wife will sometimes say, it's just so nonchalant. Like, she'll just throw it out there. Like, actually, I don't remember driving. I just got here. It's like, wait, what? Did you, black out? Or, I don't understand. That's terrifying to me. It's like, I just don't understand. And she was like, no, I know where I'm going, but I don't remember getting here.
So you've never
But
done
how does that work?
You've never done that?
No, I am fully
you ever done
conscious.
Go ahead. I got something to add or say, but
Well,
I'll wait till
like,
you.
I just don't understand. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I've when I worked in Decatur for a while, I would close Walgreens at 10 p.m. and that's when we were moving back to Morton, and it's like a 2-hour drive back to Morton. Sometimes I would stay there, but normally I'd drive home. And so, cause it was only for a few weeks, but sometimes I would drive home and I would get to Lincoln, Illinois, which is about 30 miles from here. And I always went old 121, which if anybody wants to look on a map, they can see that. But it would take me through a town called Mount Pulaski. Sometimes I'd get to Lincoln and I'd go, I don't even remember going through Mount Pulaski. I'm in Lincoln now and I don't remember going through Mount Pulaski. But I've also had happen where, and maybe, I think what it is Courtney is like me, probably her brain has a lot going on in it. It's busy. So you're paying attention, but there's a lot of other noise in the head, I think. Cause I've left the shop to go to lunch before, and it's back when there was a Wendy's down in East Peoria right beside the interstate. And I leave the shop and I'm driving, and the next thing I know, I'm crossing the Illinois River. And I'm like,
and for those of you who are listening, which is probably most of the people don't know, you don't have to cross the river to get to the Wendy's.
no, the Wendy's is
If you've hit the river, you've gone too far.
yeah,
It's
the
too late.
Wendy's is how many miles before the river? 3?
Yeah, probably.
3 miles before the exit for the
Yeah.
Wendy's is like 3 miles before you get to the river. And I'm driving, and I'm like, where am I going? It's like, so then I'll get on the industrial spur and head back around through East Peoria and go to Wendy's. So, yeah, there's that too.
I cannot believe how Courtney was saying, I don't remember getting here. It's like, it's just so nonchalant. It's like, well, I'm glad you made it, I guess, first of all.
I guess.
So
Well, but she said it.
wow.
No.
We had to,
Well, okay,
nobody
sure, whatever.
wants.
But she said it so many times. I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Still, I mean, I guess I kind of get where you're coming from, Greg, but I don't know.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of brain noise.
Well, I don't have a lot of the brain noise or anything. I'm just, tooling along. But I have had this happen to me a lot. I drive a lot. Now, I will say this. It usually is after I've been driving for a while and I'll be listening to a podcast or music or something, and I'm paying attention to my driving, but not really. I'll be all of a sudden like, wow, where am I at? I'm already in Springfield. How did I get to Springfield? So I'm not paying any attention other than the car in front of me. I'm getting over here or watching for stuff immediately, but I'm so engrossed into what I'm listening to, the podcast. Or, It's Funny, That Makes It Okay podcast. I'm like, I got to put those on.
I'm so zoned into it.
I'm zoned in. These guys are right on, and they got it going on. No, that's so. But no, I have done that on multiple occasions. Now, it's not when like 2 minutes after I'm in my truck to go get something to eat, I don't forget where I'm at. It's after I've been driving for a while, I get kind of zoned in on that.
Yeah.
So I have had that happen. So yeah.
I don't know.
So you're the
I
freak.
haven't. I guess. Well, it's
Paying
not
attention, knowing where you're at.
Won't be the
Ooh,
first
look at
thing,
me.
Well, it's just even on a road trip drive. I mean, like a 17-hour drive. Like at the end of the drive, I remember beginning, middle, and end of the drive. Like I don't know.
Remember, last summer you rode with me. I drove to Florida.
We made it.
Half the time I may not have known where I was, but
Well, we made it.
Greg
We got
his
there and
house,
back.
and 2 minutes later, he was pulling into the condo in Florida. It's like,
Yeah,
wow,
like-
that was quick.
yeah. Did we go through Alabama?
We spent the night in Alabama. What?
That's when there might be issues.
See, so Mike might have this problem with his shower beer. He goes, wow, I don't even remember getting to the end here. It's gone. I'm clean. What happened?
By the time I see the third or fourth can on the floor,
When
I
you're
don't
laying
remember.
on the floor with the cans, like, what happened?
usually that takes a few more than the 3 or 4.
Well, I didn't know if you thought, did I slip? Did I step on the soap and fall down? What happened? All right. So anybody drive with a backseat driver? You got somebody telling, oh, you want to turn here? You want to go?
You mean besides Lori?
I just said with anybody.
Because she's in the front seat usually.
when I, quote,
I don't make her
unquote,
sit in the back.
backseat driver. Now, my dad, rest his soul, God love him, he was, to the day he died, he would tell me, like, we'd take off. Why are you going this way? Because I want to go this way. He would always tell, it's quicker if you go this way. Or why'd you turn here? You could go down here and turn left. Yeah, I know. I drive every day for my job. I get it. I know where to go. I know how things are going. Sometimes there's a reason. Sometimes I just get tired of the same way. It's like, I'm going to mix it up. I want to go a different direction.
See, I'm a backseat driver.
Are you?
Yeah.
We may have a product for you
If
for the next trip.
I mean I don't know. I won't always say anything, but sometimes. I
No,
will.
there's that's fine. I mean, did you have anything else?
Well, yeah, Lori will, like if we're in a shopping center or store parking lot and I start to turn into a parking spot, she's like, well, why are you going in that spot? There were like 3 open ones down there.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like, this is the spot my brain picked to pull the car into.
Yeah.
This is
Okay, I
Now-
can sympathize with you on that.
Yeah, in Lori's defense, you apparently forget where you're going in 2 minutes, so she may have to give you step-by-step directions for this. I don't know.
See, do you park further out of the way? Is that why?
I know.
You get
I'm just whatever. I mean, it's like,
Oh,
If it's
no. There's certain places you can park and there's certain places you cannot.
I will go out of my if the criteria are not met, I'm going further out of the way to park the car further out. If the criteria
I try to
are not
shield
met.
at minimum one side of my car from
Yes.
getting banged up.
Yep.
Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it's just like, no, we're stuck.
Yeah, I mean, if it's next to a curb with a tree there or something, yeah, I'll try to pull in there. At least I know, driver's side's protected or whatever. Now, somebody could slam into the passenger side, but
Well, you're not on the passenger side.
but yeah, I mean, but it's just like, why are you questioning where I'm parking? I'm parking. I mean, why do I have to explain this?
You don't have to explain to us or me. I don't know. Maybe Mike wants an explanation.
No, I'm good.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's other things, I think. I'm trying to think of any specific examples.
So Courtney's not a backseat driver.
No, I'm more of a backseat driver, honestly. But Courtney will do the
Blanking out.
but she'll do the she'll like do a kind of a a laugh or whatever, when I don't take the first immediate parking spot, and she'll do that kind of a thing. It's a shrug or whatever. And it's like I'm parking where it is the most logical, convenient place to park for me.
I do that too.
I'll
My
get
wife for
those.
years.
But in every other regard, I'm probably.
See, I just don't think I analyze it that much, and it's just like whichever one I feel like.
See, to me, parking is like using urinals, right? There's certain rules you use when you're in the restroom with urinals, and
I've never been peed on in the parking lot, and.
Well, no one. Well, I was like, no. There are people being in the parking lot. Let's be real about that.
I thought you were going to say nobody wants to be peed on in the parking lot, but there's
Well,
probably
that's
people,
true.
well, there's probably people that do
Yes.
want to be peed on in the parking lot.
Yes,
I don't know.
probably.
In this day and age, I can't say anything for sure, like 100% anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, I think what my brain looks at is how wide is the spot? Because if both cars are like right up against the white lines, making it a narrower spot, and I know it's going to be hard to get out, or they're going to open their doors and slam them, and I'm not going to park there. But if it's a nice wide spot, yeah, I'll pull in.
But you don't know if those cars on the side of you are staying there the whole time you're shopping. You could park, walk in, they could come out immediately and leave, and some guy in a four-wheel drive come up and park like 4 inches from your car.
Well,
Bang, bang.
that's the risk of the parking lot in general.
I know. I hate it. I don't like going to a parking
Because even
lot.
if you're parked out away backwards, somebody could come careening around the corner and plow into the front of your car.
They could.
I mean,
There's only so much
I
you can
can't predict what the next people are going to
If
do.
I'm going to park in a spot too, I'm always going to try to back in to where I can leave driving away. That's
back.
another important one. And if there's like a corner spot somewhere where I'm protected on multiple fronts, that's like prime real estate.
Okay.
I don't want to leave after that. I'm like, we can't leave. I got a great parking spot.
So when you say you back in, do you back in between two cars
Yeah.
if that's necessary?
If it's necessary, but
Because have you ever
ideally,
done
I'm
that
not-
at Costco? You back in, then the person behind you pulls in next. Now I can't get to my trunk.
Yes.
To put the stuff I just bought at Costco, which will require a trunk.
I had a feeling actually
I can
that's
move
what you're about
forward
to
a
ask.
little bit to get to my trunk.
Well, then you're sticking out in the parking lot.
I don't care.
But you're not going to be doing that for too long.
No.
And
Then somebody with a shopping cart's going to come by. Oh, sorry, your car was sticking out in the parking
At
lot.
Costco, I usually like to park down at the end
Yeah.
where there's just grass behind me, and I'll back into that spot.
Yeah.
see, the problem with like the big parking lots like that, Costco, Walmarts, everybody funnels into the first, middle, or few lines, and there's plenty of real estate on the fringe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on the fringe.
Because, we can't walk anywhere. I need the extra exercise. So. I do tell my wife, I'm like,
win-win.
listen, she knows we've been married a long time. It's like, I'm going to park out here. But I always ask her, say,
Offer drop-offs.
I always do that. I'm like, you want me to drop you off the door? Sometimes she's like, yeah. Sometimes she's like, nah, I'll just walk wherever you go. That's fine. So I do offer it every time we go to the store. I'll say, you want dropped off at the door, or do you want to just stay with me and my crazy parking habits? It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't
want to hear any griping.
You're gonna walk
what you're in for.
You're going to walk a mile inside the store.
Yeah.
We can't walk that extra 500 feet from the car to the front door.
So now I do that as well.
Yeah.
Well, I came across this advertisement. I think it's from the 50s. The advertisement is, although this guy was around earlier than that. I'll just kind of read some of it, and we'll put it out there on our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all the social media sites. It says, "Does your wife have automobile nerves?" And it has a a drawing of a man and woman in a car, and she's saying, "Slow up for this curve. Don't try to pass now. Look out for this side road. There's a stop and go light. Wait, go ahead. Be careful." Then if she does this, she should take Dr. Miles Nervine. I like this too. Here we go. Don't be too hard on your wife when she tries to be a backseat driver. You can be a little hard, but not too hard. Sometimes you have to put her in her place. She needs to know where the rules are at. She probably is not trying to boss you, and she doesn't realize how her constant suggestions take from the pleasure of your trip. And I think we've all been there. When your wife won't, shut up. She's just keep blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, my trip's ruined. The pleasure is gone from the trip. It really is.
It's so funny. Lori and I have been married going on 38 years.
Okay.
Does that sound right? Yeah.
I don't know.
84 to 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. 38 years. And I would
clip out that other part in there.
80% of times we've had fights in our marriage was over driving.
Wow.
Because we really don't fight otherwise. It's not like we're not.
How could you not remember getting here? It was a wonderful drive.
I was blocking out you.
Where's my Nervine?
If I had Miles Nervine, both of our trips would have been much more pleasurable.
So, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's right. It just says, chances are your wife is just plain nervous. Just give her one or two teaspoonfuls of Dr. Miles Nervine before she started on the trip, and it might have made things a lot more pleasurable for the driver and passengers. So, yeah, and it goes on. At the time this came out, a big bottle was $1. A small bottle was only 25 cents.
Wow.
And who doesn't think that's not, $1 is worth it to get your wife to stop nagging. I will say that. So anyway.
You're probably going to need a bottle of that after Misha listens to this.
Oh, I'm sure. And she knows. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Oh, no. No, so I did read an article about this, and this was actually, there was a doctor, and he did a lot of studies about how nerves affect the whole health of your entire body, your nerves.
Right.
So he was trying to come up with something to get people to not be as nervous. And, he was from the 1800s. He started a laboratory in like 1884 in Indiana, and he came up with all this stuff. But it says one of the main ingredients in this was bromide, which I'd heard of bromide before.
You think he was out in the lab and he's like, honey, come in here. I need to test this out.
She probably was like, why are you still out there? You're never in here. All you do is sit in that lab. My mother's coming over and you didn't even talk to her. It's like, I got to find something. Anything. But anyway, bromide was actually used as a sedative. And it helps. And they still use it some for epileptics.
Right.
But it said it had its downsides too, because I think it was in 1975 they did a study, or it was either 75 or 65. I can't remember. I didn't write that part down. But that bromide accounted not just Dr. Niles, but the active
75.
ingredient. Okay. The active ingredient bromide accounted for 10% of admissions to psychiatric hospitals. So listen, guys, if you're thinking about this for your wives to get her to calm down and not talk, that may work for a while, but there's a 10% chance that this switch is going to flip on you, and it's going to be much worse than just her nagging you a little bit in the car.
These are for the long road trips.
That's right. Not the ones just trotting around town.
Yeah.
You can put up with her constant blabbering into your ear.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyway, that was all I had with that. I saw that. That got me thinking about road trips just in general, and then the funny 50s advertisement there about wives nagging their husbands too much, so let's just drug them. That makes things much better for her and for you, really.
And the other passengers in the car.
Nobody wants to drug their wife. Sometimes you have to.
When the Nervine doesn't work, that's what the family removal device is.
That's
for.
right, and
That's
that's
right.
from another
For
episode.
extreme cases only.
That is very true. Very true. All right, so I found an advertisement to my wife did. She sent me this, and it's for an address book. Now, a lot of you like, what's an address
An
book?
address book.
There we go. Thank you,
I'll
Millennial
bite.
Mike. An address book is something people who are 40 and older used to buy, and they'd write down the addresses and phone numbers.
Kind of like a
and-
Rolodex.
Yes. That's
A
even
Rolodex.
that would be me. A Rolodex. Now I can say that. No, I know what a Rolodex is. But yeah, same thing. And this one here, it's kind of cream colored with leaves and pink flamingos all over it. It's very, very cute little thing. It says, this is from Amazon. Address book with tabs, pink flamingo cover,
Nice.
record. And I like how they tell you what you can put in it.
Yeah,
It's
this
just
is
a
all
book.
you can put in it.
Record birthday, phone number, address, email, and important notes. Size 8.5 by 11. For seniors and women. Period. That's it.
Darn it, I
no
wanted this
men
one.
aren't going to write anything in there.
Men cannot use this. I guess unless the man's a senior.
Oh.
Because it does say seniors.
Yeah,
Now, what age does that get cut off?
65. I don't know.
What age is senior? No. I mean,
60, 65.
it seems like it's getting older as...
Yeah.
I did hear this. I'll make another timely reference. Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Red Fox was in Sanford and Son. It's from
You
a
big
sitcom-
dummy.
You big dummy from the show from the 70s, and he looked like he was 85 years old.
He looked old.
When he started that show, he was 50.
Yeah.
He was my age. You big dummy. But yeah, back in the 70s,
Yeah.
and even into the early 80s, but you can even go back later than that, like Aunt B on Andy Griffith. I don't know what she was like.
She was
in her
young.
mid-50s,
Yeah, she was young.
and she looked like she was 85 years
Very
old.
matronly looking. She
Yeah,
was.
so I don't know. But anyway, I got us off on a whole... Got us off track there.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
how did
men
we
cannot-
get here?
How did we? Yeah.
What happened?
A few seconds ago, we were talking about address books.
See how easy it is to happen, Mike? You know, that's what happens. This is Greg's and your wife's and my wife's brain. And I'm just spaced out. I don't think of it. I do this, but this drives my wife nuts too. She'll ask, what are you thinking of? I was like, nothing. What? No, it's like literally, nothing. I'm not thinking, there's nothing. I have no thought. She's like, I don't even understand that. Like, I don't know. I don't know what, I am not thinking a thought. I'm just here. I'm in the present. And that's it.
Well, you guys lost me at address book, so I'm like back there. Still.
Yeah.
Checked out completely.
He's still trying to find Wendy's.
Yes. So anyway, I thought that was kind of humorous, just with the for seniors and women, and you can only put the following things in it. I also saw an advertisement for a product
boy.
from Walmart. Now Walmart has. Did you have a railroad train set growing up? I did.
Yep.
Yeah, racetracks.
Yeah,
Yep.
we had racetracks. And we had
HO,
the
yeah.
train set. You could set it up and you'd go around, And I didn't have the coal engine. My brother had that. They got him that one that you could put the little liquid smoke in and it would puff out. I had
Yeah.
a diesel.
Oh, I never had that. And
The baby. My brother's the baby of the family. 'Cause, the baby gets everything. I had the diesel engine. We play with it all the time. Walmart is selling a set similar to that. Theirs is the New York City subway set.
Oh boy.
So does it come with you also get like a graffiti kit so you can tag all the little cars as they go by? The little model railroad figurines that one of them, they got the guy urinating on the wall.
Yeah.
We got the guy.
Here you go. This is where that comes into play.
Yes.
The subway system.
Yeah.
the subway system. Yeah.
You got the little figurine, one of them that's, just cold cocking, another one just out from behind, just whack, punching
Yeah.
him in the head, pushing him in front of the train.
Yeah. Laying on the third rail.
Yeah. I like what you said. You get a little charred one you throw out there.
Yeah.
He's already done.
And then you got the Bernard Getz vigilante one. That's,
That is a real deep pull.
yes, that's an
If
oldie.
you don't know him, you can look that one up. But
Yeah.
he was a vigilante from mid 80s, I would say.
Probably.
Yeah. maybe early 80s.
Yeah, I don't remember the year, but yeah.
But yeah, so you want the authentic New York experience.
So you give that to your kid, and all of a sudden you see he's digging a hole in your living room or something, because you got to have it go underground. It's a subway.
Yeah.
So
I picture pushing a button in it. They have like pre-recorded words. Move it, buddy.
and it was like an
Listen,
action.
you mother. You're going to get out of here.
And it was like an action movie. Somebody's destroyed the track about 5 miles up ahead, and
Yeah.
it's going to careen off and go through a mall or something.
Yeah. So all of these little pop-up ads got me thinking, because I'm like, could you get them constantly on Facebook or Instagram? This little, you'll be scrolling, and it seems like about on Instagram, every 8th or 9th one is an advertisement for something. It's usually something that we've talked about on this show, or I've looked up for this show, and it'll be weird.
Or
things.
that you've just had a conversation about it and it heard you.
That is very true. But those pop-up ads are a lot like the infomercials that we used to watch. Now, Mike, I don't know if you're younger, so I don't know if you saw a lot of those. You remember a lot. They still have them now. They're just not as common.
I was actually going to talk about a couple that stuck out to me that I kind of remember as a kid.
Go ahead.
So maybe I'll start us off with that. Not so much maybe infomercials completely, but do you guys remember Billy Mays?
Oh,
I actually had a note about
Oh
it.
no, he's different.
OxyClean?
OxyClean. So he did a bunch, but OxyClean was like the one he was most popular for. So Billy Mays, as a kid, he was like the iconic TV, pitch, the sales guy, making the pitch to you in the ad. Now, it's funny you said ShamWow, Doug, because that was my second. The ShamWow.
That guy was.
That guy had quite the persona about him.
Yes.
Billy Mays had a competing product to that called the Zorbies.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I knew that
looked
or
up
not.
Billy Mays' top, the top 4 items that he had. They didn't even mention the OxyClean. They had the awesome auger. It was a garden auger that you put in your drill. Go out there and
Remember that one.
auger your ground
How
up.
could they not mention OxyClean?
OxyClean
Well,
is the main one.
Yeah,
There's-
OxyClean was. Didn't he do that? Did he ever do the what's the like black tape that
Mighty
you can
tape.
put on for water?
Mighty tape.
Is it Mighty Tape?
Yeah, his was so there's like the Flex Seal or
Flex
whatever,
Seal's what I'm thinking of.
but that's different.
Oh.
So he had Mighty Tape.
Yeah.
Did he do the one where they have the clear like barrel, they cut it, water's coming out, and he just slaps the tape
It
on
was
it and
either-
it stops the water
Yeah,
immediately?
it was either him or the Flex Seal one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, some other ones. Mighty Mend It, Mighty Putty.
Mighty Putty.
That was
yeah.
another big one.
Well, the whole Mighty family, really.
Oh yeah. Mighty Putty Steel, Mighty Putty Wood.
Well, Mighty Putty.
Mighty Mended.
He
Mighty
put on
Putty
like
Woody
a,
Goody. It's starting to sound like a tongue twister.
And I remember he would always start off, "Hey folks, Billy Mays here," or however, something
Yeah.
like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always
He'd
had
yell
a
at
long
you.
sleeve shirt with the sleeves rolled up about three times.
And he'd
Didn't
have
he have a big beard.
Yep,
too?
the beard, the kind
Dark
of black,
hair, yeah.
The hand expressions
Yeah.
were very vibrant. Yeah, I remember him as a kid he was always kind of like the
he was the guy.
forefront in my mind when it came to kind of like the infomercial salespeople.
Yeah. He died, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
It was a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have more that you?
Just Billy Mays and the ShamWow was my next one because those were for a towel. I mean, that was a pretty intense infomercial for a towel.
That was.
And I think most of it was the guy, the sales
Now, in
guy on
fairness,
that one.
It was a lot more than just a towel. Mike.
Oh, that's
That's why it was called a Sham Wow.
yeah.
Sham
Not just a towel.
Yeah.
It was the Sham Wow. Because it was a chamois, but you could also use it to like go to the beach and dry your dog. So it's like, we get it. Yeah, dry things. It's whatever's wet, you can dry it. You don't have to list everything that we can dry. If something's wet, you can wipe it with this and
I
it'll be
remember,
dry.
Yeah, they'd always do the they dunk it and they pull it out and they do that big, really just like ring
yeah.
ringing out. All the water fall out. Congrats! It's like any other towel.
Yeah, we get it. It soaks up water, makes things dry.
I do remember that guy creeped me out though.
He was weird.
He was his own character.
Yeah, he was.
So, and then Whammo, which they had real products. And
Well,
they
right,
still are
toys.
around.
They had a lot of toys.
But they did have, and theirs usually were they weren't like the long half-hour infomercials. They were a lot of times. Sometimes they would be a little longer commercials where they would show different toys, and it would be like a minute or 2 minute thing. But I always remember, the Whammo product or the Whammo family. But they started because I was looking. I was like, well, where did they? Of course, Frisbee.
Yeah,
they were one of the big things with Frisbee, and also the hula hoop, probably the biggest fad in the United States history. I didn't realize it was as big as it was.
Oh, it's huge.
But it says in 1957 they were a fledgling company, and they took the idea. It was an Australian bamboo exercise hoop. So they took that idea and they made it out of plastic, and they sold it a hula hoop. And that hula hoop has been around since the 18th century, but no one had trademarked it. So they trademarked the name hula hoop, put it out there. In 4 months, they sold. How many hula hoops do you think they sold in 4 months?
Oh, geez. Was this in the 50s?
In the 50s.
4 million.
I was going to say 2 million.
25 million
Wow.
hula
No way.
hoops. Yes. In 4 months. And they said they continued. The hula hoop mania started in 57, went to the end of 59, and netted. So in 1959, it netted them $45 million. They said that was equivalent to $418 million in today's dollar.
Wow.
They
Crazy.
also had the Frisbee. Here's the thing with that. Sounds like about. It says in 1955, Fred Morrison began marketing the plastic flying disc called the Pluto Platter, and he sold the design to Whammo. Then Whammo marketed it, and it became one of the biggest toys. They probably sold it. I thought I'd read it where he sold it like several $1,000s, tens of like a $10,000, which in 1955 you probably thought, wow, yeah, that's, and then they turn around and make it a multi-million-dollar thing. Yeah. So of course they do. But they had some other products. I'll just kind of touch on those. But Frisbee hula hoop were their big ones. They have a lot of products that could not be sold today, especially because they marketed it all to kids. They had the Air Blaster, which they don't have a picture of that, but it was kind of, I think, like a gun or something similar to that. But it shot a puff of air. It could blow out a candle from 20 feet. So I can pay all people get their stuff blown in their eye, everything else. Yeah. So I was like, I kind of want that. That's kind of cool. They sold an actual blowgun that shot out rubber darts. They also sold something called, no, sorry. My phone just, okay. They also sold, these were not toys, but they sold crossbows, machetes, boomerangs, and throwing knives.
Oh my gosh.
So you could get your throwing knife.
You could be like a Rambo out there with your Whammo toys.
They had the Power Master 22 caliber single shot target pistol in 1956. It was sold mail order. Just buy one. It's only a 22. What are you doing, little Johnny? I'm sending off for my Power Master 22 caliber shot. Single shot pistol. Oh, good job. They were the inventor and creator of Slip and Slide.
Wow.
They had something called a water wiggle. It was a plastic enclosed curved nozzle powered by a garden hose that became airborne. Now here we go. They recalled it. In 1978, this is not funny, so don't joke. In 1978, it caused the deaths of 2 children.
What was this again? Was this the
water wiggle?
I remember those. Yeah.
Yes.
Things whipping around. Yeah.
It would flop around. Silly string. Now, this is something I think we've talked about before. Super elastic bubble plastic.
I remember that.
Yeah, it came in a tube. And
It
came with a
smelled
little
horrible.
Straw. Well, they had to discontinue it because it was toxic. Which, I mean, even when
Maybe that's what's wrong with my brain.
As a kid, you would buy that and you'd smell like, this can't be good. But you would put it was like a liquid plastic you'd put on the end of this little plastic straw, and you'd blow on it, and it would make little bubbles that you could pull off, and then it was like a ball, kind of. It was real, I don't know. But that's where we were. That's what we did for entertainment. Kids nowadays, they have video games, smartphones. Look, I made a plastic bubble. And we play with it for hours.
The toxicity.
Oh, yeah. Loved it. Magic sand. I remember magic sand.
Yeah.
You'd pour it into the water and it'd build up and do different things. Hacky sack. I didn't know that either.
What?
Yes. They were the it was actually a Chinese product, but they were the ones brought over here and copyrighted it and made it a hacky sack. So, and the last thing, it doesn't have a picture of this. Just I have no idea what, and it doesn't have a description, but the name, the Super Sneaky Squirtin' Stick. It was only out for 1 year, 1964. It's like, hey, you want to come over and play with my Super Sneaky Squirtin' Stick?
No thanks.
So the
gosh.
Super Sneaky Squirtin' Stick. So there you go. But that was Whammo. I don't know. Did you have anything else with Whammo? And then there was a few things with Ronco. Ronco was the big one.
Oh, they were huge. I mean,
they were the big infomercials, and they would do like the 30-minute ones or the 5-minute long commercials, kind of. You'd get up there, and just a few of the big ones that they had. The Pocket Fisherman.
that was huge.
Oh yeah, it was everything you'd need. It was in the handle. You pull it out, it would collapse down. So I don't think any real fisherman would ever use that product. And who was out there that loved fishing so much and needed, like, I want to throw this in my briefcase, so if I come across a lake while I'm headed to the office, I can, maybe get 2 or 3 casts in. But yeah, it was a big item.
Yep.
And of course, Mr. Microphone. I
yeah.
wanted a
Hey,
Mr.
baby.
Microphone. Yeah, that's the one. Hey, baby, be back to pick you up later. Love the Mr. Microphone. Never
Why
had
did
it.
they say that? Why didn't they just stop right then?
Well,
Why do we got to come back later?
you always keep the woman wanting, Greg. You don't just give them what they want.
I mean, that's how I met
He's
Lori.
probably-
Not with a Mr. Microphone, but along that same premise. But
He was probably headed to the store to pick up some Dr. Niles nerve team.
forgot where I was going. And
You didn't get it with the Mr. Microphone?
No.
Hey, baby, be back to pick you up later.
we did yell. It was me and another friend. Long story, but yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
Who's that freak? I don't know. Yeah, so there was that. Couple others. They had the rotisserie chicken, the set it and forget it. Set
Yeah.
it and forget it.
Easy enough,
Yeah.
especially the forgetting part.
Yeah. 3 days later, I was like, what is this chicken doing in here? GLH number 9. Great looking hair formula
Oh,
number
yeah.
9.
Dark-
it
hair
was
darkening.
spray on hair. And if you don't understand, it literally was spray. It was in a can. And they'd show the guy to have like male pattern baldness
Yeah,
on the
right.
back. And they'd say, oh, look, it's always some sad sack at first. He couldn't get a date. They'd show him there and he'd put his head down and look how nice and full that looks.
Yeah, it would
now.
like foam up
Yeah,
kind of.
oh, it looks like it's got it. And he's like, and then the women are just all hanging around him.
Then they handed him a Mr. Microphone.
Yeah,
Here
that's
you
right.
go.
Hey, look at my nice do. Yeah. And then the only other one that I saw they had a lot of that, like the pasta maker and a dehydrator. A lot of that. I remember this is something that you don't have any. The smokeless ashtray.
I
do
remember
remember
those,
those.
yeah.
It had a little fan that would suck the smoke down. So not probably as much use nowadays as they're used to.
They could have used those in bowling alleys.
They could have. They could have done that. But the Ronco Rhinestone Stud Setter. The little thing here says, it changes everyday clothing into exciting fashions, and you don't have to spend a fortune.
Kind of like a bedazzler,
It is like a bedazzler. So that was it. Just
which I still use on my clothes.
Well, you have to bedazzle. I like the rhinestones. Rhinestones a little bigger, a little more flash for me. That works, but you're a little more subdued, a little more
Yeah.
you're not quite as flashy.
I may do a pants pocket or something.
Greg's pocket.
Yeah.
But you better stay out of it.
You got to stay out of that pocket.
I don't care if it's bedazzled or rhinestoned.
Stay out of my
You
pocket.
Stay out of his pocket.
Well, that's what's bedazzled on there. Is stay out.
Stay out.
Yeah. Keep out.
Yeah.
That's right. So, anyway, that was all I had. I don't know if you have anything else you want to add to that or
Well,
talk.
one that I remembered, and I don't remember. I think it was the 80s, probably. Blue blocker sunglasses.
Oh yeah, I remember blue blockers.
It's a lot of old
They're
people
still
wore 'em.
around.
The big glasses that go over your glasses, and they're dark colored, and they're supposed to block the sun.
Yeah.
Man, the old people loved those
did
back
love
then,
those.
and it's like looked like we were attacked by aliens. All these guys, people running around with those big glasses over their glasses. Did you ever buy any As Seen on TV products? I was talking to Lori about it. I was
I'm
like,
trying to think. I don't think so. I don't think we did. I can't
We did
think.
buy at Bed Bath & Beyond. We bought a microwave chip fryer. So you could slice the potatoes, lay them on this tray, put it in the microwave, and it would make it crispy.
Did it work?
Sorta. But you got like 8 chips on them.
It's so much easier than just buying a bag of chips for $2.
Oh no, we're made. These are fresh.
Come on, kids, we're going to make potato chips. Woo! And make them run into the kitchen.
Here's you one. Here's you one.
Is it Christmas? No, this is just for a special Friday night.
I'm thinking we tried sweet potatoes on it as well. Yeah, and they were a little crunchy, but it was pre-air fryers or anything like that. This was just the microwave.
I'll say I know I did not buy personally as seen on TV, but speaking of the Flex Seal, my dad bought sometime or one time, and he swears by it. He is a convert of the Flex Seal.
Really?
And since he bought the first kind, he's got the whole thing. He's got the tape, the putty.
Why don't I picture you go in this
the
white
spray.
cabinet and it's just all the different Flex Seals.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Did he get it? Was Flex Seal also? No, that wasn't the Mighty products, was
No.
it? Oh.
See, that was its own thing.
Did he take a screen door and make a boat out of it with the Flex Seal? Wasn't that part of their commercial? They
I think
cut
so,
out the bottom of the
actually.
boat,
Yeah.
put a screen door in it, and then sprayed it with Flex Seal,
Yeah.
and then he's out floating on the lake.
I know he's got the spray, the putty, the glue, and the tape, the whole thing. So.
Yeah, glues over the years have been a whole super glue. Remember the guy would like put it on his yellow hard hat
Yeah, and they'd
and
pick
then
him
push
up.
it up against a beam and they would lift him up and he would
He'd
hold
stand there
the
and
hold
he'd
the
kick his
hat.
legs. Yeah, that was the 70s.
The super glue is going to hold him up there.
I think that was 70s.
I think it was.
You know, if you become incontinent, you could use the Flex,
Flex
Seal.
Seal.
Just make your own Depends. Just
Oh,
good
I
to
was
go.
thinking you were going to do something else there. I was like,
no. You got to let that out. I'm not going to do anything to my body parts. You do it to your underwear.
Preparation H Flex Seal. Take your hemorrhoid and seal you up.
It will stop your diarrhea.
Yeah.
Look at all the uses we're finding for Flex
man.
Seal.
Would
And
you
if that
use the
doesn't work, you
spray
can use
on
the
or
ShamWow.
Would you use the oh?
We're cleaning up.
Would you use the spray on or the tape for that?
Neither.
I think the spray's a little easier to use. The tape you're going to have to crease and stick in there and shove, and the spray on you just got to pull the cheeks apart a little bit, and you're good to go. In a hurry.
Yeah, in a
It's
pinch.
an emergency thing. You're out on the road. You've been driving. You don't remember where you're at. You got to use the
You're
bathroom.
not in your pocket.
You got to go to the bathroom. I don't have a bathroom. I'm in the middle of nowhere.
There's not
I
a
don't know how I
Love's
got
around
here.
anywhere.
But I've got Flex Seal. I'm good. I'm good. How did we end up here? Now I feel like that. What happened?
Oh man.
We were talking about whammo, and now we're gluing our rear end shut.
I didn't take that turn. I'm saying that wasn't me.
Oh my gosh! All right. Anyway, did you have anything else?
No, that's all.
I'm going to blame Greg. He got us. It was his chip conversation that started this whole thing.
How did Chips get
I don't know, but it
No,
did.
he was talking about his dad.
I
had the
did
Flex
bring
Seal.
up the Flex Seal, but I didn't talk about the body part stuff. That was not me.
All right. Well, I got one final story. This one was actually forwarded to me, and it's
Not nice.
off. So it's going to talk about a delicate subject. We're going to clean it up, but we're going to talk about it. So if you don't want to hear
There
this
will be
one,
no Flex Seal involved.
well, yeah, I don't. Yeah, no.
I don't know.
No, it's the lengths that some women will go to for fashion or a certain look, and it's insane. A surgeon.
Let's sit back and listen, Mike.
Oh, I'm bringing everybody into this.
Yeah.
I want some conversation.
Gathered around.
Yes, this is designer, and I'm just going to call V for the private parts for a woman. Okay, so we'll clean up. Designer V surgery doubles in 2022 for one surgeon thanks to tight leggings. I'm like, what the? Yeah, it says women. See, I'm all flustered now. Women are flocking to purchase a designer V after ultra tight leggings have become uncomfortable or embarrassing thanks to being so tight that you can see everything through it. Called labiaplasty. I might be butchering that up. Butchering. Okay. Procedure shrinks down the women's privates with a price tag of over $4,000. And all this is done because it says women are citing pain and discomfort as the reason for the surgery because of how tight their leggings or athleisure clothing is getting. And
I love that term, athleisure.
The pain that it causes below the belt. It says exercise clothing is a little bit tighter and it's form-fitting, so it does put pressure on that area. They experience pain, discomfort, and general chafing. A lot of women feel so uncomfortable that they avoid trying to wear this type of clothing at all. See, to me, I'd say, that's it. That's where you stop. We're done. We don't need to do it. But
stop wearing those.
Nope. They said that yoga pants have long been a culprit for crotch appearance suffering. I don't know what that even means for sure, but okay. In 2015, the plastic surgeon told the Post that the ubiquitous activewear plays a big part in the uptick in the labiaplasties. So, yeah, and the Kardashians have long been touted as wearers of athleisure wear. Kim's Skims brand, dabbling in the trendy aesthetics. In fact, when designing her own bodysuits, she failed to, she failed to keep those with a bigger V in mind, according to her sister. There we go. Mike, you have the same inquisitive look I did when I didn't even. Yeah. Then one of the Kardashians, I know who the Kardashians. I don't know which one it is. Says one of the sisters says, you guys make fun of me for having a bigger V than most. Khloe admitted to Kim. So I didn't even know that was a thing, but that's how stupid that we are, or I am. I don't want to speak. Maybe you guys knew all of this already. I did not.
I did not.
Yeah, so
was not aware.
So women
of
are purchasing these ultra tight fitting leggings that are so uncomfortable and embarrassing that they have to have surgery so they can wear them and be comfortable without chafing or hurting. Would you ever? I am never going to do this. Come on, Micah got some shorts and they are going to look fantastic on you. You are going to love them. Now, I'm going to have to take 1 3/4 inches off of your manhood to get them on there so that you can wear them properly and comfortably. But you're going to love how they look on you.
Nope.
Yeah,
That's,
I am out.
any
and
piece of
discomfort.
clothing that requires me to have any medical procedure is not going to.
No, I don't even like cutting my hair to wear a hat. I mean, if the hat's getting a little tight, it's like, I don't want to I'll just quit wearing a hat.
And this is not probably the right mentality for me, but if clothes are not fitting, I'm going the next size up. Like, I'm not purposefully going
The next size down.
tighter. Like, I'm going the elastic, the comfort waist or whatever. I'm going the whole extra mile. Yeah. I'm going to be
One doctor said that 80% of his patients come in, and 80% of them are blaming the tight-fitting clothing as the reason they want the surgery. 80%. I don't even get
How
it.
about you stop wearing those? Nope, I got to wear them.
They want a designer V. Maybe they should get the Ronco Rhinestoner or a bedazzler.
It's probably been done.
But I just can't believe the lengths that some women will go to. I'm like, I am not having surgery on me to wear some fashion thing.
No.
There again, I don't care about fashion. So maybe if they said I had to have a surgery so I could enjoy a Reese's holiday, I'm like, what kind of surgery? What are we cutting off? What are we doing? Even then, I love those. Like, I'm not getting cut up. I'm not going under the knife. I won't enjoy things anymore. I'm out. So I don't know where you sit on that or stand.
Oh, exactly. There. I'm not. I said
You're
I'm
wearing
not.
a super tight athleisure clothes. You're going to have to stand. I don't think you're going to do much sitting. So I know you do wear a lot of yoga pants, Greg. I didn't know if that affects you.
Oh, I've got a whole line of athleisure wear I wear.
Well, no, you commented a little bit ago on the very thought or the existence of athleisure.
Yeah, well, you got athletic and leisure in the same piece of clothing.
It contradicts itself, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do you go work out in it or do you relax in it?
I don't know.
I think you just look good in it. You just wear it.
And have surgeries.
You're neither working out or you're not comfortable. You're not lounging.
Yes, it's neither. One woman, it says here towards the end, said complained of losing sensation below the belt due to her botched labiaplasty, highlighting the risk of the surgery. I don't want to lose sensation below the belt. I'm like, no. I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, and
I'm going to take a hard no on having that done.
I have seen
Well, I hope so.
some of the prices on.
As much as I love a good pair of tight-fitting leggings.
Oh, I thought you meant
or
the surgery.
wear, I do. I said I'm not gonna do it because even though I like to wear them, I'm just gonna have to give it up. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was gonna say I've seen the prices on some of those athleisure things. They're ridiculous.
They are.
Cost tons of money just to be uncomfortable. Like, is that the point? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either, and I don't know why. Just make the pants a little bigger. Then make it accommodate that, right? Or
But then it's not, fashion forward. It's
see, again, maybe a little Flex Seal. Kind of protect you up there, make sure things are okay. You can slip on those tight leggings.
Well, I
and
just
you're
think
good to go.
the Flex Seal needs to come out with the clothing line.
Your dad has the whole line, all of it.
He's the model
He gets out of his semi truck in his Flex Seal leggings.
squeaking around.
And it's like,
but no
I'm
water
just
will
hoping
get
it
through.
starts. That's what I say. I'm just hoping for rain.
Yeah.
Then who will be laughing? All right. Well, I got nothing else. Did you guys have anything else?
Nope, I don't think so.
All right. Well, that concludes this wonderful conversation. So there you go, ladies. Let us know. Would you do this? Are you going to have surgery just so that you can wear certain types of clothing?
Athleisure wear.
Leisure wear or any type of clothing. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a hard no. I don't know where Mike comes down on it. But you're out.
That's
You're a
pass.
no.
Like I said, I'm going the other way. I'm going bigger.
And Greg?
I'm going the other way.
I'm a no.
He's a no. That's 3 no's.
Definitive no.
Definitive. So yeah, let us know. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. We hope you enjoyed the show. Relax. Have a good week. Don't take things too serious. Life is way too short. And we hope you're tuning in 7 days. And until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe. And you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
When you look into Discover Student Loans, what you see might surprise you. We can help cover your college costs, don't charge you fees, and give you cash rewards for good grades. Ready to apply? Visit discoverstudentloans.com. Limitations apply.
New message. Hey, girlfriend, it's Carol from Jury Duty. We never actually spoke, but I saw you ordered the same hoagie as me at lunch. What are the chances? Anywho, I heard you just got a boat. We should totally grab some hoagies and take it out for a spin.
When you get a boat, you also get new friends. Make sure Progressive's one of them and get coverage today for as little as $100 a year.
Do I want to feel the wind in my hair? Guilty as charged. Oh, seriously, let's ride on your boat.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy not available in all states.